The Commissioner of Police says crime figures for the year suggest that the police force is making significant inroads in the fight against crime.
Well, the news comes as there's been word that police shifts have been reduced from the 12 hours implemented in September. The shift extension was one suggestion implemented by the Ministry of National Security following the August 22nd Crime Forum. And while there has been no official word from the Commissioner or confirmation that officers have returned to their 8-hour shifts, in an exclusive interview with ZNS News, Commissioner of Police Greenslade laid the cards on the table, saying it's time to get beyond this distraction of shifts and focus on the more important matter at hand. Clint Watson has a story.
Crime figures have trended downward over the entire year.
And in the eyes of Commissioner of Police Greenslade, that's where the main focus should be. In his view, there's been gross exaggeration of the issue of police working 12-hour shifts. But today, he's putting his foot down and ending the discussion.
I am not prepared at this point and going forward to have any further discussions as Commissioner on how we should work, what times, what dates, and what we should do. That is totally out of order. It is out of bounds, and I'm going to say that I find it now offensive.
There's also the concern that an increased workload for officers, longer hours, and additional duties not only affects the officers, but their families. Commissioner Greenslade says he knows this all too well, working extended hours regularly and making enormous family sacrifices. But he says this too comes with the job, as we aren't in ordinary times.
I have no complaints. I've said before that we are an organization that is very well treated. And I speak from a position of strength when I tell you that. I know what we do for our officers. We don't turn on a daily basis to the public nor to government and complain, because the structures are in place, the systems are in place, and we use our discretion as leaders to ensure that where we have to do some heavy lifting in respect of our people, that heavy lifting is done. Always redounding to the benefit of the officers.
The Police Staff Association is supporting the Commissioner of Police in his stance regarding 12-hour shifts. President of the association, Dwight Smith, said it was the media, in his view, that made it appear as though there was a rift, but he says that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, he noted that their concerns are being addressed by the organization.
The strategies of crime fighting is left with the Commissioner of Police and his management team. Certainly, we are part of that in terms of when duty calls, we would not be wanted. We're also there on the front line of fighting crimes. And so it's real good to know, and that is the message that we want to send. I feel despite of those individuals who want to make it seem that there's a rift, I dismiss that. That is not so. I'm satisfied that we've worked out some good things, and certainly we knew that would have happened, but again, because the police operation, that is nothing that we want to make known publicly.
The commissioner added that the attention should not be on police officers, but rather on those families who know their children are committing crime, yet remain silent. Regarding crime, Greenslade is happy figures continue to move in the right direction, despite those isolated incidents of crime that dominate news headlines.
Now, by and large, the commissioner says they still enjoy the confidence of the Bahamian people. He says he's traveled the world, and the Bahamas is still considered a peaceful nation. He gives thanks to the Bahamian people, as he says they've been a driving force behind the success they've enjoyed. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.